Hey guys, it's your girl Linnee, and today we're doing a very different video that I normally do, and I feel like I'm saying that a lot in a lot of my intro videos, but this is basically what's in my makeup pro kit, and I'm here showing you two different bags that I carry with me amongst the many other things that I carry with me when I go ahead and do a makeup gig. So this is what a set bag looks like. And I'll turn it around so that you can see just the quick glance of it. 360 view, so to speak. And then this is the actual makeup travel kit that I also, or travel bag that I also bring with me, that I've had for about a year now. I also bring with me a director's chair or makeup chair. And I also bring my own lighting because you can't really depend on lighting. So I bring a ring light with me that has very much increased or improved a lot of my makeup application and just the overall like view and lighting of the place that I'm going to. But for right now, we're just going to focus on these two things right here. I'll show you another clip that actually has the Diva ring light setup as well as the makeup chair setup, just so that you can see what it looks like. I'll start this video based on how I would normally do a particular client. So I would normally start off with this clear set bag first. A lot of compartments. I actually got this bag off of Amazon, and I am so glad that I did. What this bag is really meant to be used for is when you're doing a bigger makeup gig and you want to consolidate, you just use this particular bag for that, just to touch someone up on. Not necessarily to pack more things into, but as you can see, these are the only two things that I really carry. So I just felt like, okay, I don't carry a wheeling travel suitcase, so I guess this kind of justifies for that. I've consolidated my makeup quite a bit, and depending on who it is that I'm doing makeup for, I'll just bring what I necessarily need. Okay, so there are 3 of these on each side, so there's 6 in total. There's one large bag like this. It's really meant for tissues, but I didn't do that. I normally use wipes, as you can see in there, and then my cape is also in there. So there's no other compartment on this side, and then there are more compartments on the inside of the bag. So we'll just get started with these first 3. So in this first one, and again, a lot of this stuff I just actually had a recent makeup gig, so I haven't cleaned out a lot. I did that purposely because I just wanted you to see what it is that I actually go with on an actual gig and how it looks. So I carry hand sanitizer with me. This is just a regular here from Bath and Body Works, and I have a beauty blender just stuck in there because I probably just didn't want to mix it up with everything else, so I ended up just sticking it in there. So that's in there. In this compartment I have a pen, some gum, and some business cards that I have in here for InnerBeautyOut. And I usually have a receipt book in here, but it's probably in my other bag. So that's what's in this compartment. In this compartment all by itself, well, not all by itself, I have an alcohol called, but I'll check, and some the puffs. I couldn't even think about that. So they are washed, although they have some stains on them. They are washed and clean, but those are what is in there, so I'll just leave that out. On the other flip side of the house, I carry with me some brush cleaner. I think this is by Cinema Secrets, if I'm not mistaken. Really cool, good brush cleaner. Reminds me of alcohol, so I guess it just has a little bit of moisturizer in there for the brushes, so they're not as stiff when you clean them, but they work the same. In here I have a lash case that I also double used as a wand holder, so I put my lip wands in here and it comes very handy. I have some disposable wands as well. These are the silicone based ones, but I'm going to change them out because they're great. Ooh, I know this is hard to see. So they look like this, and they are silicone based, so they're not the regular fibers that you get in a mascara wand. However, what's not so great about these is that they don't bend. So like they bend when you obviously a putting application of mascara on, but like I like to bend my mascaras in an L-shaped form to get the lashes a little bit better and coat them out better. So that's that. And let's get back to this. I also have some blotting paper. This is regular blotting paper from Amazon. And I have some lotion, which I actually need some right now. And this is, I don't remember where I got this from, but yeah. And that's a spare key in here as well for my car. And that's what's in the 6 compartments throughout the bigger of the compartments on the outside. I have here what is meant to be for tissue. So you would unzip this and then you can actually grab your tissue if you wanted to and so forth. However, I do not use that for that. I actually just use this as an extra compartment. I keep a cape in here just in case I'm using powdered products and don't want to get them on the client, so I just use that. I also have a spatula, and that's me there. Yeah. Yep. Mixing spatula. A mixing palette here, obviously for obvious reasons. And I have a smaller one, which is also still dirty, and this one I actually put powder, like setting powders on. So I use this sometimes for liquids and pigments and whatever, and then I will use this for the actual setting powder. And then I have this, which is, it houses wipes. I haven't found a better one. I used to have a Huggies Ziploc one and it just ripped apart, which broke my heart, but you gotta make do with what you got. And then I have an extra primer in here just in case I run out, I'm assuming, with whatever's inside. So we'll go right inside just so that you see how big the actual compartment is. Excuse Chloe over here. This does not detach from the actual bag, but you can fit a lot of stuff. So here is the inner part of the bag, which houses everything. It has a huge zipper, and inside is where the magic happens. So this is what I normally carry with me. It's pretty filled to the brim on a makeup gig when I don't necessarily know the type of clients that I'm doing, or if I have multiple clients that I am working on and I just want to have everything with me, I will just bring everything. So I carry a clear plastic bag. Everything has clear plastic bags in here, and it is full of foundation and luminizers and just pretty much foundations in different types of forms. So I'm going to pull out the bags and generally speak with them like that, generally go over them, and then I'll go over the specific items inside. So here is the foundation bag. I have the a Sigma travel case, or brush roll, or brush case, whatever you want to call it. A skincare bag. That's that. As this looks like additional bag for brushes and beauty blenders and things of that nature. I have another brush travel case, so to speak, by Sigma, and I have these containers, clear containers, and I'll explain why I have these in a minute. And then on inside of this bag there are 2 compartments. So in here there's a zipper, which is so cool. It's like a hidden compartment in the bag, and I house like hair clips. Let me get that to be clear for you guys. So I house hair clips and bow ties or hair ties in here, right in this compartment. You can fit a good amount of things in there. And there's another one on this side, which I house lashes in. And yeah, I was doing only one client, so I kind of just brought some lashes that I was like trying to finish out. So that was that. And I have some wedges. Again, this is by MAC. And yeah, and you can see my key in there. Alright, so now I'm going to go over what's in each of those bags. So these clear bags actually hold quite a bit of stuff. I want to say that I probably got these from, I don't know if it was Ulta or, I can't remember exactly where I got this, but I'll put the information in the description box once I get that information. And in here houses like the skin products. So there is a zipper in the front that you can place things and items in, which I use sometimes, but not for this particular stuff. So in here I house my setting spray, which I cannot do makeup gigs without. It is very essential to the application of my makeup. So I set this in there, I put this in there, and I set the face before and after makeup application. Then I have cotton rounds in here. Excuse the foundation blemish there, but it's in a regular Ziploc bag. Then I have Bioderma, and that's what I use the cotton rounds with, is really to clean and prep the skin prior to makeup application. So Bioderma has been really great. I didn't think I would run through this much, but I've had quite a few clients, and this really came in handy just to prepare the skin and allow just a clean application and smooth application. Of course, they have to have Fix Plus within my arsenal kit, and this is the one in lavender. It smells really nice and also helps not only prep the face, but also adding additional pigmentation to any product that I am using. I also use, like many makeup artists, Ombre Elise, and this is the Let Cream Concentrate and this is basically a moisturizer that helps the foundation to glide on a little bit better onto the skin. I do have a sealant which makes sure that the makeup does not budge, and when I say like budge or transfer or anything of that sort, I'll put the name of that information again in the description bar or in this video. So here are my primers. I use, everybody knows, the Rimmel London Fix and Perfect Pro, my go-to, and that's what I have back up in my that bag over there. And I also use this Becca depending on just spot areas where people really tend to get oily, their T-zone or their nose, you know, things of that nature. So that goes in there. And I also have some cotton swabs, again, to clean up any mistakes, you know, from the makeup in the eye area. If I get mascara on their face by mistake or something of that sort. Mistakes happen, we're all human, and it's a part of the territory. So that is everything that pretty much goes in this hair container. It's pretty big, and yeah. Having these type of bags are also great when it's time to clean up. Everybody knows that it's a great thing when you come out to a makeup to actually do makeup, and you spread out your products that you're about to use and everything looks great, but by the time you're done with your makeup gig, everything is a hot mess, and then just the thought process of having to put everything where it needs to be is just overwhelming sometimes. And it's great that you can just have these things and you can just throw everything in, because you know that bag is dedicated to this particular, you know, set of products, and your stuff are organized and you know what you're missing and what you're not. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. So this is my foundation bag, and I love, these are the foundations that I love to use on any client. Again, it's made just like the same bag from before. It has a zipper compartment right here where you can include smaller items in this pocket, but there is a deeper pocket in the back, and that's where everything goes. So I love the Match Master foundation. Like, you didn't know about that. If you watch my videos, that's really all that I use until I've discovered Infallible, and that's just for my personal use, but this is what I used to use even personally on myself. And so this is a great foundation because it matches the tone of the person's skin. It does have SPF 15 in it, and it does oxidize, so the color that is in this bottle will not be the same. It will get a shade darker and blend in with the skin depending on the person's skin tone. So I usually go for a lighter shade, and I kind of just pretty much, or I mix a few of the shades together to get the right skin tone. So this color that I have here is, and I'll zoom in so that you can see that, is 3.0, and this is the lightest shade that I have. And actually this is the lightest shade that they have, if I'm not mistaken. I think it starts with 3.0 and it ends in 9 now. They are discontinuing 10 to my knowledge. That is no longer on their site, and if you go to certain MAC stores, and perhaps they might have some in the back, but for the most part they're not going as deep as 10. And I'll show you the color ranges as I mentioned before, and I'll zoom in so that you can see. I have 3.0, I have 6.0. Ooh, I probably should have put that here. Okay, I have 5.0, then I have 6.0, then I have 7.5, I have 8.0, and I have 9, and then this is the deepest color that they have, which is 10. And if you want to see what they look like in a range here, this is what it looks like. And I'll just get out for you. Now I find that this is a very light coverage foundation as far as the texture, but it is medium to full coverage. It builds, it's great, it doesn't look cakey on the skin. Again, you definitely have to play around. I find that these ranges that I've gotten, because they do go in 0.5, some of them, I find that I can mix shades and get the right tone that I need. Like I'm missing a 7, so I just have a 7.5, which I can mix colors to get a 7, you know, and things like that. And I can even mix colors from other foundations if I want to go lighter than this. And as you can see, I have some here. I also have the Bare Minerals matte foundation, and this is in this shade Warm Tan, which is, you know, for the lighter babies. And then I have Golden Deep for my deeper toned skin ladies, and then I have Light, and they don't match per se. I only got 3 of them because I like to use this as a base depending on the person's skin type, and then it helps the foundation to apply a little bit better. So yes, I do use this not as a foundation by itself, but I do apply underneath a foundation. Then there's my babies that initially started off my kit, which was Makeup Forever Matte Velvet. This is how I started off my kit. Yes, it was very expensive and I could only afford 4 of them at the time, so I just got a very deep color, which is, I think this is 80. Zoom in for you. Yeah, this is 80, and then I have 75, and then I have 40, and I have 30. And so 30 was my lightest shade, and I could mix this with anything to get, you know, the color skin type that I needed. And then this was a deeper shade that I could mix with anything to get a deeper tone. So these are my arsenal makeup foundations that I love to use. I find that the matte velvet works really great on brides, and pretty much dry skin types. It works beautifully, and the makeup stays on all day. All of these, the makeup stays on all day. I also have some luminizers here that I can mix in. This is the NYX version, and I have Stila as well, and you can mix them in with your foundation to give a more of a glowy, dewy finished look to it. It's very beautiful. So if you're looking to do that and you don't want to go straight for matte, because these are all matte finishes, I can do that with these. So I think I might actually end up doing like a separate video on brushes, but brushes that I can't fit in these 2 travel cases here, I'll actually just put in this particular like zippy compartment. It includes a different variety of brushes. So when I'm packing up my makeup brushes for a gig, I usually put my eye brushes in one and I'll do face brushes in another. And I'll reverse the cups around when and so that I'll have 4 cups to be able to put brushes in and be able to work out of these particular cup holders. But when it's time to wrap up, I'll probably put dirty brushes in one and then clean brushes in the other, and then whatever is left over back into this bag. I also have these things here, which is what I like to do is give my clients something to, I guess, touch up their faces with. And I think it kind of, you know, is a part of marketing and things like that, and I just want them to feel like they walked away with something outside of their face, a little trinket. And so I'll put a little bit of whatever I used on their lip in here. I'll put it in a baggie with 2 lip wands, some blotting paper, as well as some of my business cards, so that they can feel like, oh wow, like I walked away with a little gift after getting their makeup done, and they can also share the news with other people who ask them about their makeup. So hey, great marketing, right? All depending on the how many people that I'm working with or working on for the day, not including that, but I purchased like cups, like clear cups, and I put names on them. So this would have like face brushes. Another one has like, does it say it on there? No, it says eyes. Yeah, eyes on there. And then I have InnerBeautyOut at the bottom of it. And then these were 2 extra ones for like dirty brushes. And so I would do that before I had those. And even with these sometimes, because it's not enough to hold all my brushes, whereas these actually hold all of my brushes. So including some of the bulkier barreled brushes and things like that, I found that that was helpful, and I can organize my brushes and not have just brushes like randomly laid out. And I know if I need to pick back one of my brushes, I can clean it, like spot clean it, and then use it on the next client. So I found that this really works beautifully. So I got these, there were like maybe 50 cents a piece or something at Target. They were on sale, and I just put labels on them and then my name on a few of them, and then made them work for me. So yeah, here's an idea. And I store it all in here actually, just so that you know. Yep. So all this stuff fits in here, and that's what I use in my clear set bag.